Hello, everyone. Welcome to Love of Life.
Folks, if you went to your doctor with a nasty cold, you know the chances are 3 to 1 he'd recommend the kind of action provided by Krypton tablets. You see, Krypton checks often stops the sneezing, sniffly nose and watery eyes within minutes. Matter of fact, many thousands have seen cold symptoms disappear and stay gone after taking Krypton. Now, if you're like these people, your worries are about over. Don't suffer through a cold this winter. At the first sign of a cold, take Krypton. 50 tablets, 98 cents.
Love of Life. The exciting story of Vanessa Dale and her courageous struggle for human dignity.
It's here, new Kalados, the amazing chlorophyll toothpaste that helps build new gum tissue. That's so right, folks. If your gums are sore, receding, puffy, bleed when brushing, you certainly need Kalanos chlorophyll. For new green Kalanos scientific wonder formula applies chlorophyll to every surface cell in your mouth. It does what dentists for 50 years have wanted a toothpaste to do. Helps repair unhealthy gums. Actually helps build new gum tissue. And that's so important to you because dentists report in case after case bad gums cause bad breath. In case after case, bad gums cause the loss of teeth. So don't you take chances. Keep your gums strong, firm, healthy. See your dentist regularly, but be sure to get started on new green Kalanos today. Look at this. We have these 2 giant tubes for only 69 cents. While the special introductory offer lasts, you get this $1.18 value for only 69 cents. So, friends, get started on non-staining green Kalanos today. Now, remember, used regularly, new Kalanos chlorophyll toothpaste helps build new gum tissue.
Leave me alone. I want you to come out now. I won't come out. I don't want to talk to you.
But Aunt Dan is here, and she wants to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to anybody. Tell her.
Hello, Beanie.
Hello, Aunt Dan.
What are you doing here?
Unpacking.
So you've made up your mind you're not going to the Corona Hill School, have you? After all that excitement, all that begging me to let you go.
I told you I wouldn't go if I had to go with you.
You're only cutting off your nose to spite your face. Nobody else is going to drive you up there.
Then I'm not going.
Maybe you'll believe me now, Van.
Well, oh, well, we can decide about that later. Beanie, you want to sit here for a while and talk about other things? Well, just you and I, Beanie.
What other things?
Oh, nothing much. Say, is this the new helmet you're going to wear at the Corona Hill School? Hey, not bad. Captain Beanie Harper of the Royal Mounted Police.
Not a Royal Mounted Police hat.
Oh, that just shows what a dumb bunny I am. What kind of hat is it?
It's for work on a spaceship.
Oh, beg your pardon.
It's all right. I don't expect a girl to know those things.
Spaceship? You prefer that kind of work, huh?
Yeah, I'm more familiar with it.
Well, then, spaceship, Captain Beanie Harper. Better?
Yeah, and you know, Aunt Van, Matt Slocum's one of my men.
Well, naturally. You find him capable?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'm glad to hear that. Meg, if you want to go ahead and get those letters written that you were talking about, don't bother about me.
But I thought we were going to have a talk.
Oh, well, Beanie and I are just going to sit here and jabber for a while.
Look, Van, I'd rather not.
No, never mind now. Just go ahead and get the letters written, Meg. It is kind of too bad, isn't it?
What?
Ooh, missing out on so much. Learning to play basketball at the Corona Hill School, swimming, the big barn with all the farm animals, telescope and learning all about the stars. Remember, you told me all about that.
Yeah, Aunt Van, I remember, but
I'm not going to try to coax you or lecture you. I was just thinking out loud. It is kind of too bad to be missing out on so much, isn't it?
Aunt Van, if you'll take me, I'll go.
I can't take you, darling. Not when your mother says she wants to.
Then I won't go because I'm mad at her.
Well, maybe by tomorrow you won't be mad at her. You can go tomorrow just as well, you know.
No, I can't. I'll still be mad.
Beanie, you want to tell me about it?
She said bad things about you, Aunt Van. That's why I'm mad.
Well, I'm sure your mother didn't mean to say bad things, Beanie. I'd just forget about that if I were you.
But she told Matt bad things about you.
Matt didn't tell you that.
No, I heard her myself. I did, Aunt Van. She told Matt you don't care 2 cents about him. She did. Cross my heart.
Well,
Don't you believe me, Aunt Van?
I believe you.
Is Matt saying bad things about you?
Well, Matt Slocum is a friend of mine, Beanie, just as he's a friend of yours.
Oh, I care about him.
Of course you do.
I care about him more than 2 cents. I care about him more than $1 million.
All right. I like him very much, too.
But my mother said you did not 2 cents worth.
Well, Beanie, there are different ways of liking people. And I think your mother meant another way. So you see, it wasn't as bad as you thought.
Oh, yes, it was.
I think you ought to forget about it.
She can't fool me. She wants Matt Slocum to be mad at you.
Oh, now, Beanie, let's forget it. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Oh, I want to talk about it. I guess I know.
Now, why on earth should your mother want Matt to be mad at me?
I don't know, but she does.
So then you got mad. Is that right?
I don't want Matt Slocum to be mad at you, Aunt Van.
So then you said a lot of things, didn't you? Because you were mad. You said a lot of things you didn't mean, didn't you? You know, the way people do sometimes when they get angry.
Let's not talk about it anymore.
We won't. Because it doesn't matter. Do you want to forget about the whole thing?
Yes, Aunt Van.
So do I. But if we're going to forget about the whole thing, I think there's one other thing we ought to straighten out, because I know you wouldn't want Matt to feel bad. When you said that Matt was trying to take you away from your mother...
Oh, Aunt Van, don't tell him I said that. Please don't.
Of course I won't, because you didn't really mean that. Did you, Beanie?
No.
Then we're going to forget the whole thing.
And you won't tell Matt?
And I won't tell Matt.
Promise? Cross your heart.
Cross my heart. We're going to forget the whole thing. Except if we're going to forget it, you ought to be packing that suitcase again, don't you think?
Why?
Well, if we're really going to forget this whole business, then we have to start all over. And you're not mad at your mother anymore. And you're going to let her take you to the Corona Hill School. And you're going to do all those wonderful things you've been planning on. Now, how about it?
Okay.
Meg! Beanie and I have something to tell you. Meg, Beanie has changed his mind.
What about?
He's decided to go to school.
With me?
Well, yes. Haven't you, Beanie?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to see you've decided to be sensible.
Can we go now, Mother?
Now?
Well, you said you wanted to go as soon as you finished talking to Aunt Van.
Yes, but look what you've done. You've unpacked
Oh,
everything.
Mom, it'll only take me a second to pack up.
And you
everything.
didn't clean up and change your clothes and get ready the way I asked you to.
Well, I'll do it now.
Well, I'm not so sure about this afternoon.
Ah, Mom.
Now, Beanie, it's a long trip, and you've wasted a lot of time already.
I won't waste any more time.
Besides, Van, I want to have another word with you.
Are we going today?
Now, Beanie, stop it. Maybe we'll go tomorrow. Does it make any difference?
I want to go today.
We'll see. Van?
I'll be right out, Meg.
See how she is, Aunt Van? See what I mean?
Beanie, I want to tell you something. You're still angry with your mother.
Well, sure, because I
Never
don't...
mind because. You've got to stop that.
Don't you ever get mad at anybody, Aunt Van?
Of course I do, but I don't stay mad. And Mother isn't... Beanie, you've got to realize your mother's all upset about your going away and everything. Now, you don't want to make that worse, do you?
No.
Then let's act more grown up from now on.
Okay.
You know what I mean by being grown up, don't you?
Yes, I know.
That's that. You just keep going.
Well, we're going at my convenience, not his. The way I feel right now, I'm just not up to it. We'll have to make it tomorrow.
No, he'll go anytime you want him to. And I want you to know Maggie's trying very hard not to be angry anymore.
So he's changed his tune. And also, I suppose, his story about Matt Slocum scheming to get him away from me.
Of course he has.
I expected him to do that when you insisted on talking to him alone. You probably realized on second thought that it wasn't a very nice picture of Matt.
Meg, the reason he changed the story was because there was nothing to it in the first place. Nothing except a small boy's imagination working overtime.
That's your opinion.
Oh, no, it's more than that. Beanie admitted he made up the whole thing.
Of course he admitted it to you.
I'm sure he was telling me the truth.
He was telling you exactly what you wanted to hear.
Meg, you don't really believe that Matt has any wild ideas about taking Beanie away from you.
I don't know what his ideas are. Of course he couldn't take Beanie away from me, and he probably realizes it. But don't you see, Van? That isn't the point.
Well, then I'd be very much obliged to you if you tell me what the point is. Just what do you think Matt is trying to do?
The point is he's trying to turn Beanie against me and keep him that way. And he's going about it in a very clever way. Maybe he doesn't believe these wild ideas he's planting in the child's head, but Beanie does.
Nobody planted them. Beanie dreamed the whole thing up himself. I told you. He admitted that.
Well, he told me one thing and you another.
And I believe what he told me.
Then you don't think Matt is guilty in any way?
No, I don't.
And you aren't even willing to bring it up with him, even as a way of protecting me?
You don't need protecting that way. I told Beanie we'd forget the whole thing, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, Meg.
Oh, yes, of course. You don't have to face the consequences of what Matt is doing. You don't have a son who's being taught little by little to hate you.
Please, don't believe that, Meg.
I know it. Let me tell you something else, Van. Naturally, I'm not going to have anything more to do with Matt Slocum. And if you're not with me on this, then I'll know you're against me.
How can you say that? How could I ever be against you?
How can you go on being friends with a man who's wrecking my life?
When you suffer pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia, you need Anacin. Anacin for incredibly fast relief. In fact, you've probably already been introduced to Anacin by your physician or dentist. A glance in this medicine cabinet will show you why. You see, most prescriptions given you by your family doctor contain a combination of carefully selected ingredients designed to do a specific job. Well, it's the same with Anacin, because Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proved active ingredients in easy-to-take tablet form. And it's this combination of ingredients working together that accounts for the incredibly fast, effective relief that Anacin brings you. Now, that's why I say, when you suffer the pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia, take Anacin. Now, Anacin comes in handy tins of 12 and 30 tablets, economical bottles of 50 and 100 tablets. Get Anacin for fast relief.
Even though Van doesn't believe Matt Slocum is guilty of trying to alienate Beanie from his mother, if Meg is serious in what she says, the time may yet come when Van will have to make an important decision.
Lingering odors are not nice to come home to. Here's Wizard to the rescue. Just pull up the wick. That does the trick, and quick. The air smells sweet and fresh again. Wizard can kill odors all through the house. Choose from 2 delightful aromas. Fragrant pine with the green wick. Spring bouquet with the pink wick. Either only 39 cents. You save up to 30 cents. Get Wizard Wick deodorizer today.
Join us tomorrow for Love of Life.
Enjoy Search for Tomorrow on the CBS Television Network.